Welcome to the Introduction to Front-End Development. It is a world of HTML. Most websites uses HTML. Almost 100% websites uses HTML. By learning this powerful language, you will be able to build websites. In this chapter, in this course, we will be going to understand what is web development. On the web development, we will be focusing on front-end development. And in the front-end development, we will be going to understand what is HTML. So this is the basic layout of what we are going to do in our course. Now let us understand deep into the concepts behind the courses. Let us understand what is a web. A web is an information providing system which provides the information by the help of URLs, that is uniform resource locators. For an example, https colon inverted double commas www.google.com. Also, let us example of Facebook. This is https colon backslash double commas www.facebook.com. It is also known as W3C or World Wide Web, or you can easily say www. It is basically a wide web satellite. It's a satellite which provides us information. So I think that you understand what is web. Now let's understand what is the protocol to host a website. What are the set of rules to host a set of websites or a website or a web page on the internet? Since we are hosting a web page is basically the layout of the user interface. So some sets of rules should be there. This rules comprises of the types of words, the security purposes, and others. These are protocols to host a website. These protocols mainly are HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP represents Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and HTTPS is more secured and recommended than HTTPS at the time of making this video. HTTPS is more recommended since it is more secured and faster. It's a basic one. Now, let's understand the mechanism of website. How a website functions. See, basically, a website is divided into two parts. First one is front end, another one is back end. We will be focusing on the front end. However, in the mechanism of website, both the front end and the back end has equal role. For an example, in this picture, front end provides the information given by the user. It requests in the form of a language. The language here decodes the message or the instruction and sends that instruction or the information to the server. This server evaluates the instruction, reacts on it, and then encodes it. And then the encoded instruction or the code is given back to the front end user. So this is a basic mechanism of a website. There are many languages involved in this process. We are looking at these languages in detail. These are the languages. The basic languages are HTML. HTML represents for the hypertext markup language. CSS, that is cascading style sheet. RWL, then JavaScript. JavaScript is also used in the app development. Basically, for the computer science and engineering students, they have only two types of development. First one is web development and another one is app development. JavaScript is used in both of the development. So it's a very important language. Another is MySQL. It's a database. Database here, for an example, SQL is subdivided into two parts. That is sequencing query language, and another one is NoSQL. That is no sequencing query language. It is Mongo. Then we have Ajax, then Bootstrap, then Node.js, and then many other web contents. For an example, Media Query, ES6, XPath, Crest. These all are new technologies, or you can say it's a new languages. Now let's understand different versions of HTML. In this course, we will only focus on HTML. Different types of HTML versions are HTML 1.2, HTML 2.2, HTML 3.2, HTML 3.2, but that is Wilbur, HTML 4.2, that is Cogger, XHTML, HTML5, and many others. A lot of other updated versions are also available. I have not included them in the slide. All are updated versions, and these versions have a very minute updation. Still, these are known as the updated versions. We will be using HTML5 at the time of making the video. As HTML5 is the newest one, and HTML5 is also have a little bit different syntax than the basic HTML, that is HTML3. Now let's understand about getting started with HTML, its compilers, and how to save HTML. Now, getting started with HTML, we have to understand that we have a variety of compilers for making the code. But to make the good code, I would recommend you to first go to Notepad. Once you are familiar with the Notepad, then switch to Notepad++. Notepad++ can be easily available in Chrome, and then you can shift to Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a powerful code or a compiler. Visual Studio Code is preferred by me in this tutorial. Make default changes in all of them and then use Chrome as the output window. All the compilers will be the input windows and the Chrome will be used as the output window. You can use Microsoft Edge, Bingo, and other browsers depending upon your choice. But I would recommend that you use Chrome for the same. Now let's understand how to save HTML. It's very easy. You can just use to save the file by the help of the extension that is .html. Save the HTML file with the extension of .html when you save that file on your PC. Now, let's understand the basic syntax of HTML. The basic syntax of HTML is very easy. We will be using tags everywhere in the HTML. This is HTML, the open parenthesis and the closing parenthesis, and then the closing tag of HTML, the counterpart of HTML tag. Then we have head tag and the counterpart of head tag. Then we have body tag and the counterpart of body tag. This is the basic syntax of HTML. A little bit difference in HTML5 is only the difference of doc type HTML tag. We will be using meta tag also in the head tag. That's the only difference. Now let's understand what we had learned in this tutorial. We have understood what is web, We have also understood at the HTTP and HTTPS rules. We have got to know about the mechanism of websites. We have also learned about the languages of web development. What are the different HTML versions? And the tip for coding. Tip for coding here refers that what is the major tips so that you can make a good quality of code to present in front of your viewers. To make good quality of code, use the semantic elements. That is, we wrap the tags on the elements. For an example, we can use header tag, footer tag, label tag, address tag, caption tag, figure tag, navigation tag, main tag, and many other tags. These all are optional tags, but we use these tags so that we can make a quality of code. Then we had learned about getting started with HTML, its compilers, and how to save HTML. We can save the HTML by the help of .html extension. Then we had learned about basic syntax of HTML. Now it's the quiz time. First question of quiz is what is front end? Second question is what is HTTP and HTTPS protocol? Third question is what is the basic syntax of HTML? Fourth question is write something about HTML. I would refer you that you can hit a pause button and do the quiz by your own. By the count of three, I will be providing answers to you people. But still, I suggest you to answer these questions by your own. One, two, three. And here we go. The answers are in front of us. Answer number one. The front end of a website is the part that users interact with. That is the user interface. What is front end? The front end is the major user interface part. Now let's understand what is HTTP and HTTPS protocol. HTTP and HTTPS protocol. HTTPS is the secured version of HTTP, the protocol over which data is sent between the browser and the website that you are connected to. HTTPS is more secure than HTTP, as we had already discussed in the previous slide. Now, what is the basic syntax of HTML? We also had covered it in the previous slide, but still we are covering it. These are the syntax. We have used the HTML tags, head tags, body tags, and different other tags. HTML is using tags for its syntax. Basic syntax varies very minutely with the changing versions. Now let's understand. Write something about HTML. This is very easy question. HTML stands for the Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML describes the structure of the web page also. So I think that this tutorial is easy for you and you have got a lot of information and an easy path for this recording.